reputation in the community and with a high approval rate. So we like to know in your term, so what's the most significant achievement you have so far?
Well, thank you. I think I'm very pleased that so many people, regardless of their party affiliation, they seem to be happy with the job that we're doing, if they're Democrats or Republicans or independents. And people think that the state is heading in the right direction. I think our biggest accomplishment that most people talk about is the fact that we've transformed our economy from one of the worst to one of the best. That we've got more businesses open and more people working, and wages are growing. And so when people feel good about the economy, I think then they're happy with the leadership, and we're proud of that, and we're going to continue to work in that direction.
Yes, that's great. And we wish you.
And we're number one in America for minority-owned business, which we're very excited to have just recently been named that as well.
Okay, that's very great news. Yeah, so wish you luck for the midterm election.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, another question is, if you got elected, so what's the next focus area you're going to work on?
Well, we've made a lot of progress, but there's still a lot more to be done, which is why I'm running for re-election. I think we've made a lot of progress in a lot of areas, but there's many more things to be done. I'm going to continue to focus on improving our schools. We're going to work on the violent crime situation, particularly in Baltimore City, which is something that they have not been able to solve.
Right.
And we're going to continue to try to grow the economy and help businesses grow and help put more people to work. We're going to keep record funding education and giving people more opportunity to go to college and earn skills, and a lot of different things we're focused on.
Yeah, that's a lot of things, great things.
Transportation is something we've made a lot of progress on in our first term, but a lot more left to be done in the second term as well.
Okay, great. Yeah, so as previously mentioned, public school system used to be, in Maryland used to be one of the best nationwide. So recently people have concerns, so what do you think?
It is, yeah, so there's false information that was been put out there, and everybody seems to be confused about it, but the previous governor was found guilty of cheating on these scores. So he failed to take into account people that have English as a second language and people who are special needs. All the other 49 states did. So when I was first elected governor, we came in and stopped the cheating and told MSD, Maryland State Department of Education, to give us the real scores. That lowered it down. We're still one of the best in America. We're still the 6th best. That's better than 44 states. But we never were number one. We're striving to be number one, and we're making improvements every single year. We've lowered class sizes every single year. We've invested more money every year. But there's my opponent continues to say Maryland schools were number one, and now we're dropping, and that's just false.
Okay, yeah. As long as we keep on the trending on.
Right, we're going to keep working hard.
Sure, thank you. So the next question is for the Maryland sanction bill. It's called a Trust Act bill.
Sanctuary state.
Yeah, sanctuary state bill. Yeah. So what do you think? What's your opinion on that?
Well, I'm opposed to it. So look, Maryland is a very diverse and very welcoming state, and we want people from every different culture and people from many different languages and different countries around the world. The sanctuary bill was basically saying that the state would stop cooperating with federal authorities. When we had somebody in prison, for example, and federal authority said, hey, we have outstanding warrants, we were not allowed to cooperate with the federal government, and it just simply didn't make any sense, the law. And it was also allowing people that were not following the process to go around the process, and it wasn't fair to some of our other immigrants who were fighting hard to play by the rules.
Okay, that's good to know. Another one is about recreational marijuana, So whether you think it's going to be legalized in Maryland?
So we just recently are starting to implement medical marijuana. This passed in the previous administration before I became governor. It was sort of a mess, the whole process, but it's now finally getting organized and taking off. And we want to see how that works first and make sure we work out all the kinks before we start to consider any kind of widening. We also want to see what's happening in other states. It's something that eventually the voters of Maryland would have to decide, but it's probably years off from that even coming up for the question.
Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, and also for the Maryland, right, the economy, the small business is kind of black type.
Right.
Lifeblood for the Maryland economy.
Small businesses are the lifeblood of our economy. It's where 80% of the jobs come from, and it's where I've been so focused, and that's why I'm happy that we're #1 in America for women and minority-owned businesses,
Mm-hmm.
but also that, our businesses have been growing and we have more small businesses open than ever before.
Mm-hmm.
And we're continuing to try to make it easier for them to do business in Maryland and be more successful so that they can hire more people.
Okay. Do you have any specific, action item on that?
Sure. Well, so we've been cutting taxes and regulations, and we've been trying to streamline the process so that it's easier to do business. And so now when you're starting a new business, you can go to one website and get all the information that you would need from all the various agencies.
Okay.
And people are saying it used to be very confusing and difficult to open a business, and now we've tried to make it as easy as possible.
Okay, that's great. So next question, kind of personal, but hope you don't mind.
That's
So we know you're a cancer survivor,
Right.
It's a very great, story, very touching.
Yeah.
So we would like to know, I know your favorite song, right, is Living as You Were Dying.
Yes.
Like you were dying,
Right.
yeah. It's
Live
a
like
very
you're dying.
touching story,
Yeah, thank you.
So what kind of moments of truth you learned from this?
Well, so the good news is I went through a very difficult time when my first year as governor, but I'm 100% cancer-free,
Yeah.
in complete remission. I'm feeling very healthy and strong. I had a loving wife and family, wonderful doctors and nurses, and the whole state that was praying for me and wishing me well, and
Right,
it
right.
really meant a lot. I really look at things differently. I always was concerned for, involved in cancer charities and helping, but I looked at it from a whole new perspective now, from knowing it from the inside. I met so many people going through very difficult times, including children and their families.
Right.
And so it's a new passion for me. I'm doing everything I can to raise money and raise awareness
Right.
so that we can find cures for these terrible diseases.
Right, as we can see, you wear the pink tie. And
Yes,
the-
Breast Cancer Month, and
Yeah.
obviously something that affects way too many people, women in Maryland and across the country, and I'm staying very involved in all the cancer charities.
Right. Hopefully one day we can find the cure.
We're
for
getting
the
very
cancer.
close, actually.
Yeah.
It's exciting here in Maryland. We're home to NIH and Johns Hopkins University and the University of Maryland Medical System, all of whom are doing great work, and they're very close to finding really new cures to a number of these cancers. It's exciting.
Right, exactly. Great.
Thank
The
you.
last question is kind of fun questions to ask. So whether you really like kimchi?
Yeah, I love kimchi. I love all Asian food, but we eat a lot of Korean food at my house. We actually have a kimchi refrigerator in the governor's mansion. I think I'm the only governor in America that has one.
Okay.
But we probably eat more Asian food than anything else. And my wife is the very first Asian first lady in Maryland history, and she's the first Korean American first lady in the whole history of the country. So I'm proud of her, and it's helped us. We've had so much outreach to the Asian community. We celebrate Lunar New Year in the governor's mansion and invite all the various communities together. And we definitely we taught everybody in the whole governor's house how to cook Asian food, so they're better at it now.
Oh, that's a great perspective. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thanks
Pleasure.
for your time.
Yeah.